What's up, gang? Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to tell you guys about how I made $7,000 through Shopify selling a product. I recently got into e-commerce not too long ago, and honestly I fell in love with it. I managed to create a website for my first client and also make $7,000 through that website. Today I'm here to teach you exactly how I did that, and hopefully you can learn something from it and apply it to your e-commerce brand. So I'm going to teach you the steps that I followed to make this happen. It is 6 very simple steps that you can follow to bring in some money for your e-commerce brand. The very first step is find your product or brand. I'm assuming you already have a brand in mind or you want to make your own brand. For me, this was not through my own brand. This was through someone else's brand. There's a couple ways that you can get your own client to start running their brands. And as a beginner, it is a little hard to get your own client just because nobody trusts you yet and you have no proof to show them that you can make a website / run it. So I'm going to tell you guys this way to reach out to a potential client or a brand. You could either do cold emailing, cold DMing, cold whatever. Just reach out to people, explain to them what you want to do, ask them about their product, what their mission is, and do your thing and try to convince them to let you run their website or just maybe help them run their brand. For me, I am a photographer and videographer, and I have a friend / client that I've been helping for a couple years. I've helped them get millions of views on social media. So we got together and I pitched them this idea. Why have we not been selling this product online? We've been doing photo shoots for this, videos, and we're not really selling online how it should. I mean, you're getting customers through your DMs, through all of that, but we're not selling online. Why are we not doing that? We got together, I learned how to make a website, and I told him we should start selling his product online. He was all for it, and well, here I am telling you guys how we made $7,000. Your second step, you need a plan. You need to do a product review of what you are selling. You have to really know what you are selling in order to reach the right customers. Go over the pricing. You need the best price, obviously, for your product. You don't want to go too high for your first brand. I mean, if it is a brand that is already well known and they somehow let you miraculously run their brand as a beginner and you're able to bring that price a little bit higher, hey, run it up. But you don't want to go too high on your price to begin with just because nobody really knows your product. So you need to go over your pricing. Make sure you have the correct pricing for your product. Next, you need to go over your packaging. Packaging. I like to go over packaging a lot because it is very important, because when I buy a product and it comes in a good package that just looks and feels really good, I automatically like the product a lot more. You need a plan to have good packaging, and if you don't have a budget for it, it's okay. You can just go without having some fancy packaging at first. Just keep that in mind for later product releases. Your next one is shipping rates. I would suggest you just go over your shipping rates. I mean, kind of all depends on your packaging too. Just get the dimensions of your box or however you're sending your packet. Just get your shipping rates so then you can include them in the price and really understand how you should price your product. The last one for planning, you need to go over the budget. You guys have to have a budget because you don't want to overspend and not have any profit, you know? So the budget is very important. So just talk to the brand owner, essentially go over budget, figure out what percentage you can spend on this, what percentage you cannot spend, and what your profit margin is going to be, so that way you guys don't leak into that, you know? The third step, content. You need content for your brand to get known. I was going to say you need really good content, but in some cases you don't need really good content because you can do it straight through your phone. For example, a lot of clothing brands just put their t-shirt on the floor on some concrete and they just take pictures with their phone, and a lot of them do it really good. So you just need content. You need to be pushing your product out as much as possible. To keep it a little bit more organized, you want to meet up with the brand owner, or you want to just plan yourself if it's your own brand. You want to go over some key things. The first one being your audience. You need to know who you are selling to, who your audience is, what they like, what they do. Just have an overall understanding of who your audience is. So the next one, you need to pick a theme. Theme is pretty important for your brand. You don't want your brand to look out of place. You can look at other brands and pick different styles that they have and just kind of implement it to your own brand. Of course, like they have to be in the same niche that you are, and then just go from there. Pick a theme and then just run it up and make some content. Your third one, you need to pick a picture style. Same thing with the theme. Look at different brands or look at different ad images and pick your picture styles. You know, like if you want a lower angle looking up, straight ahead shots, portrait shots, if you want like panoramic pictures, like whatever you are looking for, whatever you want for your brand, pick that and go with it. The fourth one is video style. Same thing. Look over a lot of brands and see how they make their videos, and then just copy and paste. Honestly, copying and pasting works really well when you look at successful brands. Look at successful brands and copy copy and paste their method, and with some consistency, you will be successful too. Now, for content, it is really important to know that you need some money for it. Luckily, I didn't need money for it. I developed a skill throughout the years that is specifically content making. I know how to use a camera, I know how to set up photo shoots, I know how to set up video shoots, so I saved a lot of money on that. So that's kind of important. And honestly, going back to the cell phone thing, you can make the content with your cell phone. You don't have to have the best gear to make a really good video. Look at TikTok. Literally like 90% of TikTokers just make the content through their phone and they get amazing views. I would suggest learning a little bit about cameras or learning a little bit about angles, learning a little bit about lighting, and make your own content if you want to save money for your own brand. Now, if your client has some money to throw in for a photo shoot and video shoot from a professional photographer or videographer, then that is amazing. You could get to that. So just make sure you have those 4 steps down so you can make some really good content. All right, next step, the good one. Make your Shopify store. If you do not know how to make a Shopify store, these are the things you need. First, you need a domain / a name for your brand. You know, hopefully you already had that like way before you even started this, but you need a domain. A domain is really easy to get, and they're all really cheap if they're available. You can easily look up a video on how to do that. Then you need a LLC or a bank account so that you can put in the Shopify store, which if you have a client, make sure they're okay with you putting in their information for the Shopify store, or they can just put it in themselves through Shopify and then give you the password and email so you can manage the Shopify. And then obviously, well, you're gonna need the email and the password. After you have that, you can now build your website through Shopify. Now, Shopify has some free templates that you can use and they work very well, and you can easily look up a video on how to edit your template. And if you for some reason can't find one, let me know and I will make a video on how you can edit your template. Or you can also go buy a template from somewhere, which is what I did. I bought one for like 250 bucks. I really like it, so I thought it was a really good investment, and it's also really easy to edit, so I really like it. So you could do that. You could choose a free template from Shopify. If you have your own brand and you don't have a big budget, do the free template for now and then maybe look into getting another template later. If the brand owner already has a website, then just go in there and check it out and see what changes you can do and how you can tweak the website to get the best results. After you have the website, this is very important because I'm going to bring it up a couple of times. After you have the website done, make sure you install an application in Shopify so you can get an SMS list. An SMS list is basically a list where people put their numbers in and the software starts to save all of those numbers, so later you can send a mass message out to them saying that your product is ready to go. Last one for your Shopify store, just make sure it's a clean website. It's easy to find the products, it's easy to read. Don't make it too intricate, you know, don't make it too hard for people to buy, unless you already have a lot of customers, you know, and like they know how to go through your website and they're just ready to buy, you know. When you're a beginner and you're barely starting, just make sure it's a clean website, easy to click, and you should be good. After that, after you have your Shopify store, you want to promote the product before the drop date. You already have your content, you made your content, so now it's time to go and promote that content that you made. What you want to do for this is you want to post daily. You want to stay in people's feed. You want them to be looking at your product all the time. The second step for this is you can run ads. If there's a budget for running ads, learn how to run ads through Meta and start running the ads that you need on Instagram and Facebook. The third one, again, you need to promote your product so people can go on your website and put their number in that SMS list I just mentioned, because that is going to be very important for when you release the product. Now we're down to the release date or the drop. First, you obviously want to post about it. You want to post that the drop is ready to go and people can now go to your website and start ordering. For this, if there's a budget, you want to keep running ads until you close your website, or if your website stays open forever. I mean, it never hurts to run ads, you know, so you can bring in customers through those ads. Also, if there is a budget and you're running ads, don't spend too much money in the pre-release, so you can save that money that's in your budget for after the drop. The pre-release, just throw in a little bit of money so that people are aware, and then after the drop you can start converting those ads into sales. Okay, next one, very important. Remember I mentioned the SMS list? As soon as your product is available to buy, you want to send out a mass message to all those people that signed up to your SMS list so they can go to your website and purchase right away. After that, just watch the money pile in, baby. Honestly though, though, this is not that easy. These are the steps, which the steps are very straightforward, but you have to really put in the work in order to get the results. You can obviously always go way more into depth in each one of those steps, but this is really a grind. You have to really go at it. You have to put in the long days, the late nights. It's really how bad you want it, you know? But yeah, this is how I made $7,000. But yeah, I mean, I can show you guys results of when I did the drop date, which I'm very happy I did. But also you need to understand that all that money is not for me. I just took a small percentage of it and I made that brand that money. That money was not all for me. But honestly, it felt really good making those $7,000 just because I never thought I could make $7,000 in one day. Not for me, let alone anybody. So now that I know, I just want to go harder, you know what I mean? So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. I'm going to be posting a lot more on this channel about this type of stuff. All right, gang, see you.